Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, and in today's video, I'm bringing you guys a recap of the AFC divisional playoff matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. I have actually done a recap of every single game: the LA Rams versus the Green Bay Packers, the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens, the Bucks versus the Saints, and this is the final one, the Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I didn't get to it after the game ended up ending because I went to go eat, and then by the time I got back, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus New Orleans Saints game was already going, so I had to go ahead and just watch that instead of make it a video, so I give you guys a better assessment of that game. So if you guys want to know my opinion on any of the other games and what I thought about the games, please make sure you check out those videos as well. They are going to be on my channel already. So the Browns ended up losing this game 17-22. Also, real quick, guys, if you do end up enjoying this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I post a whole ton of NFL surrounding content. Fantasy football is my main thing, but there's going to be NFL draft content as well as NFL content as a whole. Anytime there's big breaking news, a guy gets signed, Watson gets traded, something happens, I normally talk about it on my channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. And let me know down below who you guys think is going to take home the Super Bowl this year. We've got the Chiefs left, we got the Bills left, we got the Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let me know who you guys think is going to take home the Lombardi Trophy a couple of weeks from now. So the Browns fall 17-22 up against the Kansas City Chiefs, and this was a very interesting game, even though it was low scoring. Now, the playoffs as a whole were very low scoring compared to what a lot of people thought would happen. For instance, the Buffalo Bills versus Baltimore Ravens, there was only 20 points scored in that matchup when that was dubbed as the highest scoring matchup of the week. This game was kind of low scoring as well. Patrick Mahomes obviously is going to be the center of attention when we look back on this game because he ended up getting hurt. Was it a concussion? I'm not too sure if he's going to be good to go next week, but based upon him saying he's okay on Twitter and all that, I'm going to assume he plays next week. But again, that game is going to be completely up in the air until we know more about Patrick Mahomes' health. So I'm not really going to go super far in depth later in the video. I actually am going to go in depth later in the video, just assuming Patrick Mahomes plays on my opinion on them versus the Buffalo Bills before I probably make a whole breakdown video of how I genuinely feel a couple of days from now, closer to game day. Pat Mahomes, 21 of 30 for 255 and 1 touchdown, as well as 3 for 14 and 1 tug on the ground. He played quite the good game up against the Cleveland Browns defense that honestly just really didn't show up in the first half of the game, but looked very strong in the second half. But obviously that could have been because Patrick Mahomes was down and out and Chad Anything is possible was in the game. Now, Henny comes in for relief, 6 for 8, 1 INT, 66 yards, but he ices the game on a run, 2 for 12 yards in the rushing game. His long was his 13-yard run that sealed the fate of the Cleveland Browns. This was through the passing attack, obviously, 8 of 110 for Tyreek, 8 for 109 for Travis Kelce, and a tug. McCole Hardman, 4 for 58. So a very dominant game overall from the Kansas City Chiefs. So where did it go wrong for the Cleveland Browns? It really, the game here changed right when that fumble happened. I believe it was Rashard Higgins, and I want to make sure I say the wrong guy's name. It was Rashard Higgins, the wrong guy's name. I want to make sure I say the right guy's name. Rashard Higgins ends up fumbling through the end zone. It's that, if you guys didn't watch, I assume you did, the ball fucking goes across where it goes out, and then technically it's a fumble through the end zone, and the Chiefs retain possession on either the 20 or the 25-yard line, and pretty much your touchdown just gets erased. Now, there's going to be debates all around the sports fucking media, probably today as you guys are watching this. Is this a dumb rule? It is what it is in reality, but the problem with the call wasn't the fact that he fumbled through the end zone. Obviously, that's a terrible thing to do and stupid. That's why Bill Belichick reinstates a rule in the New England Patriots that, hey, you don't fucking reach for the pylon because you can get the ball knocked out and you end up losing the game potentially and having the whole momentum of the game shift the way of the other team because you end up reaching and it ends up going through the end zone. So, what was actually fucked up about it was the fact that there was helmet-to-helmet contact from the receiver getting hit by the corner or the safety, whoever was trying to tackle him. Helmet-to-helmet, very blatant. I was calling for Twitter. On Twitter, I'm like, what the hell is happening? Blah, blah, blah. But they can't review it. They can't change that. It's not like college where they can review for targeting. You just cannot do that in the NFL. So the Browns get screwed by that. Now, obviously, that's one point of the game, but that's really the center point of the game where everything changed. Baker Mayfield, while did not put up big numbers, 23 of 37 for 204 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 INT on that drive, this man was looking like he was the star of Grey's fucking Anatomy because he was slicing up this defense like the man was a surgeon. It was unreal how good Baker Mayfield looked in this game compared to his stats. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, he wasn't able to get it done, so you can go ahead and yell at Baker Mayfield, blah, 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 you're not this, you're not that, the Browns are still the Browns, whatever. Whatever, in my opinion. I think he had a good game, and if you go back and watch it, you will see that as well. The offensive line was getting fucking banged out left and right. At the beginning of the game, I don't remember if it was Romo or the other guy, but someone's like, oh, the key to this game is the offensive line of the Cleveland Browns playing well, and I shit you not, 4 seconds later, the offensive lineman is on the ground, out for the count like Mike Tyson, just hit him with the fucking 1-2. It was hilarious, the timing of things in this game. There was missed field goals, all types of shit in this game that happened. But at the end of the day, the Cleveland Browns fall. Nick Chubb, 13 for 69. Kareem, 6 for 32. And 1 touchdown. I'm going to be honest with you, Coach Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what you are doing on receiving work. Why in the fuck is Nick Chubb getting 5 targets? And he literally had 3 of them, I swear, directly in his hands. All of his drops were right in the hands, and they just fall. Kareem was not getting used enough, and Chubb even himself was not getting used enough, because when Chubb was getting these handoffs, this guy was looking amazing and looking like he could ice them the game. 13 of 69, very nice for Nicholas Chubb, 6 for 32, and 1 tug for Kareem Hunt in what we would call a revenge game, according to him. But I mean, what he did, the reason why he got cut was because he did something bad. Not trying to, say it again because I don't want to get taken off YouTube, but what he did was fucked up. So, obviously, you can understand why the Chiefs cut him. Rashad Higgins, 5 for 88. An amazing game out of him. 4 for 59 out of David Njoku. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 1 for 23. Jarvis, 7 for 20 and 1 tug. Austin Hooper, 2 for 16. Nick Chubb, 2 for 4. Kareem, 1 for 2. Now, another crucial point in this game that is important to talk about. I know this video has kind of been all over, but this game was kind of a real weird game to dissect. But, man, oh man, what are the Browns doing punting the ball at the end of the game? You can't punt the ball to the Chiefs. But Nick, Chad Henne's in the game. Nick, why don't you know that? That's so obvious. You just punted Chad Henne, you'll fuck it up, right? Chad Henne, all he has to do is get 2 first downs with Andy Reid calling them the plays and with the best playmakers in the fucking NFL on the team. They have Tyreek Hill, gets the ball, ices the game. Pretty much. Travis Kelce. Darrell Williams was even looking good in this game. McCole Hardman's fast. It just didn't make sense to me to punt them the ball. You fucking have to score. The Browns needed to score to win the game. What you do is you don't punt. You go full alpha mode, and you try to convert the 4th down. And then, if you lose right there, you lose the game. Because you know what's going to happen? You could not believe in this defense at all at the end of this game. This defense is getting pounded the whole fucking game. For 4 quarters, this defense is getting Mia Malkova'd, right? And at the end of the day, you should not be putting the defense out there to dry. You should have let Baker cook at the end of the game. Let the game ride on Baker. This offense looked good throughout the whole game. There was bad breaks, this, that, and the other thing, but you need to go for it there. I think he made the correct move going for it earlier, but punting the ball there was the ultimate dagger in their chest. Sure, what happened at the beginning where the guy got hit, he fumbles out the end zone, that is the beginning of the downfall, but right there was the dagger in the chest of the Cleveland Browns. Stefanski, an amazing season, no doubt about it, but that play call will be another thing. Max Kellerman, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, all these talking heads will be talking about, probably, I can only assume today, why did they punt the ball? It really made no sense to me. I talked about it on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, get my live reaction to the game at NotoriousFNTSY. I tweet throughout all the games. I talk about all this shit. I don't know why they punted the ball, but the Browns look very promising for next year. So, who's going to win next week? The Kansas City Chiefs or the Buffalo Bills? Boy, I have no idea. Boy, I really have no idea. I was trying to sound like fucking Arthur, I believe his name is. Boy, from Red Dead Redemption. I haven't played that game in a while, but that's what he says. I think he says boy a million times, as long as my memory does not escape me. I don't know, man. I think the Bills are going to win. I'm calling for the Bills to make the Super Bowl. That's been my pick since the beginning. The Bills versus the Green Bay Packers was my call, and I think we're going to be able to see it at the end of this year. I think the Chiefs are good, but if they're without Patrick Mahomes, this is going to be an elbow drop from Josh Allen through Andy Reid's fat fucking body, through a table, into a corpse, or into a casket. I love the Buffalo Bills because no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I know it was all over the place, but we were having a great time in this video. Had a nice discussion. Again, let me know who you guys think faces off in the Super Bowl. Have a great rest of your guys' day. I do love you all. As always, goodbye, good riddance. Also, man, oh man, I'll bring this up real quick. Drew Brees. I talked about it in yesterday's video. Is Drew Brees going to retire? And then I saw Tom Brady throwing the ball with fucking Drew Brees' kids. I mean, oh, man, it really looks grim for Drew Brees' career to continue playing. Obviously, had a great career. Congratulations to Drew Brees. Obviously, as a Dolphins fan, what could have been if Drew Brees was the Dolphins quarterback instead of my boy, Dante Culpepper. Thank you guys all for watching. I love you all. Go Buffalo!